to me and his channel.
What's up, it's your boy LOE Visuals. I'm back with another video. How y'all day going? Hope y'all vibing, y'all chilling, y'all enjoying y'all day on a productive day. We back at it. Before I start, make sure y'all smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button. On the road to 10K subscribers, hit that subscribe button, turn the post notifications on. Or find me on any other platform. My link tree is in my bio. Follow my X at VisualsLOE. Follow my TikTok at LOE.visuals. And follow my Facebook at LOE Visuals. So let's talk about it. So, Vegas really tried to rob Terence Crawford, you know, and it's really not brought to the light enough for me, you know, being that when I watched the fight, you know, when I heard those judges, you know, say, you know, I heard two judges say 115, 113, and, you know, I was flabbergasted, you know, respectfully, I was, you know, being that, you know, I thought, you know, Crawford decisively won the fight, you know, for like, you know, he controlled many of the early rounds. The middle rounds, I feel like when he started to pick up, you know, it was starting to benefit him. And, you know, the later rounds, he didn't get washed in those later rounds. Because I was really thinking that, like, look, if Crawford doesn't at least get one or two of these rounds from 9th to 12th, they would possibly try to still, like, make it seem like the fight was close. And that's what they did. But, you know, I think the team, Bomac and his team, they understood the assignment, you know. They didn't think they were just dominating, you know. They thought the fight was pretty close right there, and they really needed to win those rounds. So shout out to Bomac for understanding the situation, because who knows, if they don't try to get any of those rounds and they just coast and box, you know, they possibly get robbed. Like, and it's not even, you know, a possibility, because there's no way that I had any of those cards 115, 113. It wasn't no 7-5 fight. It was not like that. It was not a round swinger. No, those rounds were decisively getting won. Like, decisively getting won. If anything, it was 116, 112, you know, 117, 111. But 116, 112 is kind of where I'm going with it. 117, 11 in that area. But I would lean towards the 8-4. It was decisive. There wasn't no, oh yeah, this is a great, you know, super close fight with a lot of swing. It wasn't. Those rounds were being run by Bud. And, you know, it's hilarious to see all of his fans just, you know, crash out for no reason. You know, you seeing Canelo fans crash for no reason over a loss to a guy. And I think it's pretty much being that, you know, you watching a guy that, you know, they really admire taking L. It happens. It happens. Now, you know, he has to ask himself, does he still want to do it? But I told you guys, and I told you guys, you know, and I was talking to with my mentor about it, like, okay, Bud's going into the fight down 2 rounds, for sure. For sure, it's Vegas. They're fighting in Allegiant Stadium. This is Canelo's basically backyard at this point. Because he's the guy that kind of, you know, runs Vegas as far as in boxing. You know, he's the only guy that, you know, pulled the numbers in Vegas. So, you know, we've seen him get a lot of controversial calls and asterisk calls. And that's why I tell people, like, Canelo's resume, in all honesty, it's up in the air, because it's a lot of things that you guys don't know that's put in his resume. You know, it was Canelo weight at one point in time. You know, there was a lot of close fights that, you know, we felt like could have got them the other way. You know, fighting a lot of older guys. There's a lot of stuff you guys don't know about Canelo. Like, you know, you guys just see everything from the outside point of view. If you really dig into his resume, you know, when he was fighting Miguel Cotto's, and those guys were older, you know, real old at that point. Like, they still had a little bit left, but they weren't the same guys. So, you know, that's kind of why I'd be like, oh, that resume has asterisks on it. You know, this isn't his first time fighting a smaller guy, you know. He fought a Mercon at 155, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, Amir Khan was piecing him up until he got caught. But this wasn't Amir Khan, and I needed to realize that, you know, Crawford had some dog into him about that fight, because, you know, we could see the frustration from Canelo Alvarez in the fight. He was getting ticked, he was getting irritated, he was getting bothered by it. It happens, though, you know. You want the better man that night. But I didn't like the fact that I heard, 115, 113, and I'm glad that it's possibly not gonna be too much more of that. Because, you know, I don't think if Crawford would have got robbed, you know, it would have been some Canelo fans like, man, Canelo really won that fight. He won that fight, and you got his fans, and you got people coming out saying that, you know, Turkey al-Sheikh got something to do with Crawford's win, just anything. You know, and TikTok is in a shambles. You know, on TikTok, you know, they was killing me, and I told them I had Canelo winning. Like, it was basically bad. Like, they were killing me, and I'm like, bro, are y'all gonna be like this if Canelo loses? And they haven't popped out or said anything to this day. They haven't slid up on a comment and tried to troll or nothing. They can't even say anything. You know, so that's kind of like, you know, hilarious, getting a last laugh in that situation, because I know it hurts. You know, your favorite guy lose, and it has to. It hurts. Nobody want to see their favorite fighter lose, but he lost. You know, and he lost to the guy that was better than him. But, you know, I'm glad that, you know, they didn't rob Crawford, because they tried their hardest. They really did. Because I think I heard a 116, 112, and then I heard two guys say 115, 113. And that's how Crawford won. But I still feel that those 115, 113s were BS. Respectfully. But, you know, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Make sure y'all smash the like button. On the road to 10K subscribers, hit that subscribe button. Turn the post notifications on. I love you guys so much, so much, so much, so much, so much. I'm out.